Oh, actually, I've got a question that just came through. How many months should it take my student to study for the ACT? He's in grade 10. So, great question. And again, this is a common question that we get about just prep in general, is how much time does it take? So usually what you'll see in prep options that are generally provided by the school or things that you've heard about from friends, most of them have this finite period of time that they work in. And it's usually like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12-week program where you're going to classes or things like that. Really, what we recommend you do is you shoot for getting to about 30 hours of study time over your entire process. So what that means is you can break that up. That's where we've seen the best results is when you hit that threshold. And what that means is however it works best into your schedule. So that's going to look a little bit different for everyone. And why, starting a few months in advance, that might be great, but if it's a really busy couple of months, then if you can't fit those hours in somewhere, it's not going to, the amount of, months you have ahead of the test isn't going to make a difference. So what you want to think about is how much time you should be putting into prep. And that magic number is around 30 hours. Anything above that, you start getting into, we're making drastic changes in my score, and I can really, develop and add this into like a very formidable piece of my application to be competitive. So what you can do and what spreading that out allows you to do is incorporate summers. It allows you to incorporate those periods of the school year that may have a little bit more free time, like we talked about before. So those are what having someone that you can talk to about your specific situation is really helpful, and something that we've gotten fantastic feedback on from working with parents and students that, each circumstance is different, and to try to cookie cut everything is a little bit difficult and really not fair to you as you're trying to reach certain goals. So when you're thinking about these things, the earlier you can start, the better, and something that you can get that has extended, access to resources where you can actually talk to teachers or, have engagement with a teacher or instruction in general is something that you want to look at and be wary of. I don't want to just put this into 6 weeks and just be cramming in 3-hour class sessions where really to focus on something for 3 hours, you have to do that for this test. But when you're preparing and studying for it, it's probably not going to be as well received with students without, some kind of pushback and some amount of attrition that goes into that as well. So that's where, boot camps, great for getting practice in, and then these like long 3-4 hour classes, great for getting practice in, but how much you retain from that you can start hitting some diminishing returns after a certain amount of time. So why we preach the spread it out a little bit more and be more open to making this more of a regular piece of your homework as you're going through high school. And that kind of goes back to when are you taking these math classes that are applicable to the test? The sooner you can start supplementing what they're doing in class with what they're going to see on their SAT or ACT, the better. And that's something that, you shouldn't be spending a ton of money on providing that kind of thing over many years. You should find something that's a really good value to provide that support.